So, you want to be a sharp sports bettor, and you've probably thought, I should build my own model. Well, I've been there before. Hours of spreadsheets, scraping data, and projections. But here's the real question. Why? Building a model sounds smart, and don't get me wrong, it can work. You pull historical data, account for injuries, follow trends, matchups, and simulate 10,000 different outcomes. But guess what? Every single one of those variables is already priced in at major sportsbooks. I'm talking about sportsbooks like FanDuel and DraftKings that spend millions of dollars on algorithms and models that react instantly to real-time information. More than likely, by the time you found a 3% edge on your model, FanDuel and DraftKings have already moved that line. Maybe you think you'll be fast enough. Well, unless you're coding AI, scraping data 24/7, and analyzing real-time market movement, you're not going to beat the books. And that's okay. It's 2025. We don't have to reinvent the wheel of sharp sports betting. It's all about where can you get the sharpest data. And that's already been figured out for us. Tools have been created to just simply show us the sharpest picks and where we can bet them at the best possible odds. Tools like Daily Grind Fantasy, where you can pair sportsbooks lines and odds directly back to different DFS apps like PrizePicks and Underdog, or even OddsJam, which is heavily focused on major sportsbooks, finding the sharpest plays on books like FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, and such. Think your model, but upgraded to the best of the best. These algorithms actually scan the market 24/7, constantly listening to the sportsbooks, finding where a book is slightly off, which presents a profitable bet, and all we have to do is bet it. There's no adjusting your model or manually inputting data. All of the hard work is done for you in less than a second. So this is Daily Grind Fantasy, and these are the DFS optimizers. These help you find the most profitable plays across different DFS apps like PrizePicks. Here is actually the AI slip generator, also at Daily Grind Fantasy, that uses AI line comparing technology like you would do here using the optimizers and correlation calculations to build out the most profitable slips. Literally, no thinking, just simply placing these plays that are long-term profitable plays on PrizePicks and other DFS apps. And this is OddsJam, which shows you the most profitable bets across major sportsbooks like FanDuel, DraftKings, and such. They have a ton of different sportsbooks that they actually pull real-time data for, so you're able to find plus EV plays on all of these different books. These tools or models are built off the back of the plus EV betting strategy. And if you don't know what plus EV betting is, it's essentially where you are just scanning the sportsbook market, finding where a book is so far off in odds or the actual projection, and betting it on said book, giving yourself an edge over the long term against that book or app. Essentially, the entire sportsbook market agrees this play has a much better chance to hit than what the odds you are actually getting it at imply. For instance, here's a few plus EV plays off Daily Grind Fantasy for PrizePicks. Like models, these actually take into consideration and weigh these different sportsbooks. How much do they trust each sportsbook in their lines? Well, we can see here, Miles Turner, under 6.5 rebounds and assists, on PrizePicks is what's being recommended by Daily Grind Fantasy's PrizePicks optimizer. It has a 55% chance to hit based on what the books are telling us. You can see that multiple different books, FanDuel, Bovada, and Flip, all have this pretty heavily favored to go under 6.5 rebounds and assists. We do have one book, BetMGM, which is not really a very sharp book after you've done this for a long time, and you could tell based on how these other books are all agreeing that this is very heavily favored, that this is probably off as well. So you get this at minus 118 on BetMGM, which would be a fine bet. But you can also get this at minus 119 odds in a PrizePicks 5 or 6 man flex. And that's perfect because you need to be right on your individual legs in PrizePicks 5 and 6 man flexes above 54.2% of the time. So the fact that the sports books are telling us this can hit at a 55% chance, we are getting a great plus EV play on PrizePicks. I know that was a little long-winded and I'm sorry, but essentially Miles Turner is just so far off in the odds that we are getting on PrizePicks at minus 119 when comparing to the sportsbook market, having this almost minus 160 across the multiple books, and average odds even weighing in BetMGM at minus 143. The data is telling us this has a much better chance to hit than what PrizePicks is giving it to us at minus 119 odds. And you're probably wondering, how do we know this has a 55% chance to hit based off the sportsbooks? Well, Daily Grind Fantasy, and why it's probably better than the model you could make up, does all of the math in the back end to find the true fair odds percentage or odds percent to hit the sportsbooks are giving these plays. Essentially, they remove the juice or the vig that you are paying the sportsbooks, finding the true probability that each of these sportsbooks are giving this play to hit. And OddsJam does the same thing here on their positive EV tool. So if you were looking for a plus EV play like Cody Bellinger here, over 0.5 RBIs on FanDuel at plus 170, you would scan the sportsbook market and find, we're getting plus 70 when the average odds across major sportsbooks is plus 136. So these major sportsbooks are telling us this has a much better chance to hit than plus 170 odds. Or another play here on Daily Grind Fantasy, Jalen Brunson under 7 assists. Why is this plus EV or a sharp bet on PrizePicks? Well, if we look at the entire sportsbook market, we can see almost majority of these sportsbooks have bumped this down to 6.5. The few books that have this at 7.5 are very heavily favoring the under of 7.5 at almost minus 200. So essentially, they are going to be moving this down probably to 6.5 here soon enough. Well, PrizePicks at 7 gives you an edge because it's going to be 0.5 higher than where the market is at, and it would need 8 to beat you. And you're getting it at minus 119 odds, which is going to be way better than the market if they had it priced at 7. This data adjusts in real time. If I click this refresh button, it's going to refresh and now show me what is plus EV and update all the odds across the sportsbook market. Daily Grind Fantasy and OddsJam pulling all of this sportsbook information into one place at one time makes it extremely easy and efficient to get in these plus EV plays before the odds move. So sure, you can build your model and run projections, do whatever you want, but you are not going to be able to beat a tool like these that update every single second 24/7. These are premium betting tools that sharp bettors use. So if you want to become a sharp sports bettor, you need to line compare and find an edge via these tools. If you guys want to sign up for Daily Grind Fantasy, I'll leave a link down in the description. But if you use code DustinDGF45, you will actually get 25% off your very first month. And if you want to sign up for OddsJam, where you have access to tons of major sports books and get plus EV plays on the books, go ahead. I'll leave a link down in the description as well for OddsJam. Use code Dustin35. You'll actually get a 7-day free trial over there, and then 35% off your very first month after the free trial. And honestly, nothing gets faster than AI, guys. The AI slip generator at Daily Grind Fantasy, like I said earlier, uses line comparing technology and correlation calculations, and then literally builds out full slips for you to tail. You don't have to do anything but enter in these slips, and you will be profitable over the long term because it is implementing everything that I just talked about, but using AI to do it as fast as possible. We all know the sportsbooks hate whenever there's winning bettors on their platform, so if there's an edge that presents itself and people are going to try and bet it, they need to either bump or remove that play as fast as possible. Well, with the AI slip generator, it doesn't get any easier than clicking one click of a button on PrizePicks and loading this slip up into your PrizePicks account, where it takes away all of that time for you to manually enter in each play, where if you were doing that, there's opportunity for plays to get bumped or removed by PrizePicks. However, instead, it just loads up the full slip here on the PrizePicks app, and then you just enter in the amount you want to play it for and click submit, and it's that easy to lock it in using this AI tool. And when I say you'll be profitable if you just enter in these slips, I mean it. Since August of 2023, when this AI tool launched, it is up over 2,500 units. That means if you were a $10 unit bettor, you'd be up over $25,000 if you were able to enter in every single slip that popped up on this AI slip generator. And you know what? I'll give you a special code for the AI slip generator actually. If you guys use code FM99, you'll actually get this for a huge discount and only $99 for your very first month. So if you want to have a little bit of fun and build your own model and see how that goes, go ahead and do it. I would never knock you for actually doing it because that takes a lot of effort and time, and hey, maybe it works out for you. But if you want to bet with an edge for sure, you should check out these tools. But that is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and or learned something. If you did, make sure you leave a like and don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out as we post sports betting content like this every single week.